Give me what Lee got. Give me what Lee got. Uh, I was just thinking about RDC World One, man. Really changed the nation. Like I was thinking about like how YouTubers and streamers are the new rappers, bro. Back in the day, everyone cared about the rappers. That was like till 2010, 2016, to like 14, 13. Like everyone cared about the rappers. Then the rappers got to the top. And they started to reach like they started to like, you know what I'm saying? They not like actors, but they rappers. Feel me? They're like right under it. In terms of pop culture relevancy. Now the streamers are like the rappers. How the rappers used to be. So right now, like the next generation, this how my generation cared about the rappers. The next generation cares about the streamers. I was just like decade. Yeah, I'll go with decade. Next decade cares about the streamers. Feel me? So you gotta care. Like, you gotta be like, because I'm not gonna say that the streamers are already set. You could reach like late streamer, but like you gotta set this up. If you're a streamer now, you gotta stream now to set it up for something else. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta build the foundation to set it up for something else. You can't just say, well, this is what I'm gonna do forever and ever. That's not how this gonna go. You gotta set this up to do this. You feel me? You gotta have legs where you can take steps. So how niggas back in the day, every nigga cared about paintings, artists. Or that nigga, oh yes, Leonardo da Vinci on my heels. They were the most popping dudes. You know, son, at some point it becomes the most popping people. Most popping people are different types of musicians. Like, the most popping. Everyone listen to music, and everyone listen to that Mozart, that Beethoven, that Bach. Now people don't really listen to that no more. Not because it's trash, because it's not with the time. Right? So using that, you gotta be able to kind of like, you gotta have the foresight to know what's next. Feel me? Because if you know what's next, you can go ahead. You could already be there. And then when everyone else trying to get there, about to get there, you're already set up there. But it's not a bad thing. Like, start here, but when next comes, you gotta jump. You gotta take the jump with the next. Like going to streamers again. Like if you, stream is here, stream is the thing. But Casanat been making videos since he was like in middle school. Since he was in middle school. He set that foundation up, so now he's the biggest streamer. You feel me? On Instagram, on Vine back in the day. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta set yourself up so you can have success later. You can't just get success immediately. Success isn't an immediate thing. That's not how it's ever gonna work. If you think that's how it's gonna work, that's where you're gonna fail. That's where failure happens. You have the expectation of it working. People think you're not supposed to fail midway. You're gonna fail. You're not gonna get where you want to go, how fast you want to get it. Then you're not gonna, it just depends how early you start doing it. If you really put your head into it, really put your hands in the dirt and get off the line, you're gonna get it eventually. But some people have a higher tolerance for eventually. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people become nurses and all that stuff. And nurses, I don't disrespect nurses, but I talk to people, everyone want to become a nurse because they feel like it's easy. You're giving up on who you are on your dreams. For what? For what? Take every little thing and call it a win. Take every little thing and call it a win. Because it kind of, how do I explain it? It kind of like motivates you again and again. If you feel like Like if you think about it, like, oh man, I just took like, let's say you started with YouTube, right? Oh man, I'm doing this for let's say a year now, and I only have 1,000 subscribers, right? It's easy to say, I guess I'm just not good at it. I'm gonna get it's dang. I tried. I can't. I gotta move on. It's hard to say. I have 1,000 subscribers. That means 1,000 people mess with me. Okay, I'm gonna improve. Yes, I'm not gonna stay stagnant, but 1,000 people liked it enough to say, hey, I want to subscribe. That's what you have to focus. I'm not. It's that's what you have to focus on. To reach the top, you can't look on what could. You gotta look at what is. You gotta look at what is. Because if you put yourself down, the only place you're gonna go is down. What was I ranting about? I was just ranting about something. Yeah, so you gotta be ahead. You gotta be ahead of the. You gotta be ahead of the next thing, and you gotta be able to go through to take every step. It's not gonna come fast. It's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Drake, Drake, Drake was rapping 2000. I want to say 2000. I don't. Guess was 2003. 2003. He said he wanted to become a rapper, and no one really took him seriously. He started dropping tapes. It was cringy. Back then, no one was listening to Drake because if you listen to Drake, it was like, oh my goodness, wow, this is so soft. '09 come out. He dropped So Far Gone. It goes #1. Everyone's messing with Drake. But not everyone, not the. It's cool to mess with Drake, but if you're really not messing with Drake, okay, so he's not at the top yet. Okay, cool. He dropped Take Care, and he dropped Take Care, 2011. Oh dang, this Drake guy's here to stay. He's at the top. He's at the top now, but he's not at the top. He's not. He's not at the top. He's not at the places where, where the legends at. He's not one of them guys. Then he drops Nothing Was the Same. He dropped Reading This Too Late. He dropped Views. And then every time he came back, every time he did something more, his stature went up. Because no matter what they said, he kept going. And I don't mean just drop it. A lot of people they fall because they're not. You gotta have a certain level of passion the whole time. If you lose the passion for it, you can't. No, I'm not gonna say if, because passion is just effort. If you lose that passion, that effort to be the best, you can never reach the top. You can never reach the top. You have to have that passion, that effort to that need to be the best if you want to make it to the very top.